Don't want to lose that. Hello, hello, hello. I thought I'd jump on here and read some more tips of your household guide, hints on cooking. Um, so I might read. I'd probably be on here about 15 minutes, somewhere in there. So I thought I'd jump on here and do a little bit of reading for you. And maybe a little bit of conversation if somebody jumps in here. I know it's kind of early for people, but you know, do what we all do what we can. Um, I'm planning on making a cake that will be in a couple of weeks. Will be a video on a pumpkin pie cake. I've never made it before. It is out of another cookbook, which I don't have handy right now. But it is from a cookbook that is a school base, that where people sent recipes in and the school created a cookbook. Um, if I ever get to 100, when I get to 100 subs, I will be giving away, taking all the recipe, handwriting the recipes, which I'm in the process of doing, of all the recipes I made to when I get the 100 subs, when I start to do the giveaway, and I will be giving away a um, packet of all the homemade recipes, handwritten recipes that I have made to that time. And I'm sorry about the glare, it's just this window coming in there. So that is my plan for this, for what my 100 subscriber giveaway will be. Um, and I know I am going to be doing a collab. I would like for y'all to share out the collab and join in. I know I'm a very, very tiny, small channel, but it will be ways to save. Because in this day and age, we need ways to save and how we can cut corners here or there. So, other than that would be, if you want to be doing that. So that is, so I'm going to start reading these cooking hints on cooking. Um, so first one, and well, a few of them involved eggs. If frozen eggs are placed in boiling water and allowed to remain until the water is cool, the eggs are then as good as fresh. So, I don't understand how that. Oh, okay. You put your frozen eggs because you can't freeze eggs. They're good to bake with, but I don't know about the frying part of it. I've never personally done it. When frying eggs, dust a little flour in your skillet. This will prevent the fat from popping out on your floor or stove. I need to try that and see if that works. To cut hard-boiled eggs into smooth slices, dip the knife in hot water. Might have to try it. Like I said, I might have to go through some of these tips and show them that. I think that might be a good idea. Uh, Breadcrumbs added to scrambled eggs not only improve the flavor but make larger helpings possible. Very interesting. Do not wash eggs before storing. Water destroys the protective film that keeps out air and odors. Now, I've heard that one. I usually don't wash off my eggs unless, my mom, or which I don't get a lot of eggs right now. Most of my chickens are in molt. Bananas may be kept for a number of days in your refrigerator if each one is wrapped individually in a piece of wax paper. I need to do an experiment on that and see how that works. I don't want to ruin my bananas though. Things are so high. Don't throw away old lemons you've been keeping in the ice box. They can quickly be revived and their natural juice will be restored if you place them in a bowl and pour hot water over them. They won't be pretty for garnishing, but the flavor is there. Your muffin tins are excellent for baking apples, stuffed peppers, etc. Like I said, I think I need to try some of these tips to see if they work. Get more juice from lemons by warming them in the oven a few minutes before squeezing. Now I've heard of that one, but since in the 1957 there was no microwave, so I think you heat it up for a few seconds and then you could get more juice out of them. Excuse me. Excuse me again. If you prick the skins on apples while raw, the skin will not split when baked in the oven. If raisins are heated in the oven before adding to cakes or muffins, they will be more evenly distributed. So if you heat your raisins, I guess it'll be more distributed in whatever the muffins or cakes or whatever you're making. Sliced bananas that have been dipped in pineapple or grapefruit juice for about 15 to 30 seconds and then removed, keep their natural color for several hours. Like I said, I think I'm gonna have to do a video and try some of these and see how these go. Rice, if washed in hot water instead of cold, is much more quickly cleansed and freed from all dirt and starch. I don't wash my rice. I know I should. And they say that you're supposed to wash your rice and your beans. Definitely wash your beans. If paper sticks to the package of raisins, place them in the oven for a few minutes and the wrapping may be removed easily. It will cause the raisins to separate and fall apart. Now, I have an issue with that because if you put it in the oven, to me, I think the wax paper may melt. I've never done it. Like I said, we're going to have to try some of these and see if they still work. If you want to preserve all the vitamin B when making applesauce, do not par the apples, so don't peel them. Just core them and slice them and put them on to cook. When cooking rice, put a lump of butter in and the rice won't boil over or stick nearly so bad. Some fruits, such as peaches, pears, etc., discolored when exposed to the air after peeling. This can be prevented if immediately after peeling the fruits are plunged into cold water to which a few drops of lemon juice have been added. Another way of preventing darkening is to dip fruit in a solution of 1 quart water, 1.5 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoon of vinegar. Might have to do that I love peaches. Oranges should not be sliced until ready to use as they become bitter if allowed to stand. That's interesting. A teaspoon of sugar to each 3 cups of water used in cooking peas, carrots, cabbage, turnips, or onions will improve the flavor. I wonder if that means you can put the teaspoon of sugar when you're frying the onions, like sauteing them. See if that improves the flavor. That's just an idea. When soaking beans, a tiny pinch of soda in the water will be an improvement. To eliminate cabbage odor from cooking cabbage, drop a whole walnut into the boiling water. I wonder on that one, I wonder if it's with the walnut with the green on the outside of it. I wonder about that. I know we went and got some walnuts whole the other day for food for us. We could have sold them $16 for a pound. I mean, per 100 pound, not a pound. The hauler at the hauler place, which there isn't very many of them around here anymore. 3 pounds of dry navy beans makes 1 gallon of baked beans. So you get 3 pounds of navy beans and you get a gallon of baked beans. I guess that would be useful to know if you was having a big gathering and he's making a big old pan of baked beans. For people who say they can't eat onions, soak the onions in milk before using them. Now I'm going to have to try it. I love onions. Love, love, love onions. Love, love, love. So I might have to try that. I can eat onions, but if I eat a lot of them, I get heartburn because of acid reflux. If celery loses crispness, place in a pan of cold water and add a slice of raw potato. Let stand a few hours, and when you remove the celery, it will be crisp. Well, I don't have any raw potatoes because they're expensive right now, unless we'd catch them on sale, which they should be. I'm thinking that your turkey, your stuff to make the green bean casserole, your corn, your turkey, your stuffing, all that should start coming on sale. I'm a thinking. And potatoes, because people eat a lot of potatoes. And your sweet potatoes. Leave about an inch of the tops on carrots when preparing them for grating. This serves as a button on which to hold while grating the carrots and and prevents fingers from getting too close to the grater. I wish there was tops on the carrots when you go to the grocery store, but not anymore. I don't think they're not very much of a top. Wrap potatoes in aluminum foil to bake. The skins will remain tender. Now, I've done that one, and I know it does. But baking potatoes takes a while. I usually microwave them. Add 1 tablespoon of flour and a tablespoon of sugar when frying potatoes. Gonna have to try that. I wonder if that used because I get a lot of the canned potatoes. I wonder if that would help. If you do not cover spinach when cooking, the color will be retained. A pinch of soda added also helps keep the fresh taste and color. Put paraffin on cabbage ends to preserve longer. Think I'm going to read one more page of this and then we will probably stop for the day. Fold that over. Potatoes may be French fried to a very light brown stage. Drain on a piece of heavy brown paper and set aside. When you want to serve them, reheat your fat to the proper temperature and brown them. They will brown quickly and crispen very well. To warm over mashed potatoes, place potatoes in the top of a double boiler and heat until steaming. They are as good as when first mashed. When I was growing up, we used to take the mashed potatoes and make it into potato salad. That's what my mom always did. But since microwaves are here, you can reheat them in a microwave as well. To remove the skins from carrots, easily drop into boiling water and let stand for a few minutes. Instead of scraping away new potatoes, carrots, turnips, if you will use a wired chore ball, it will be much easier and quicker, and valuable food elements can be retained. I don't know what a wired chore ball is. I don't know what that is, unless it's a steel wool. I don't know. That's a new one on me. Old potatoes should be put to cook in cold water and new ones in boiling water. When opening a can of asparagus, cut out the bottom end of the can and the contents will slide out, leaving the tips unbroken. Well, I've never had a can of asparagus. I've had pickled asparagus. Oh, that's so good. No, I've had canned asparagus and I didn't like the taste of it. It was, I don't know. I'd rather have the raw and then baked and roasted. Red vegetables will be more pleasing in appearance if a little vinegar is added to the cooking water. I guess some peppers. To freshen vegetables, add a little vinegar to the water when washing them. To peel ripe tomatoes, put tomatoes on a long handled fork. Hold directly over flame on a gas stove, twirling until skin pops. The tomatoes will not adhere to the skin. Might have to try that next year. When ready to shell peas, pour boiling water over peas. Let stand a few minutes, drain, and then blanch in cold water. Hold pod by stem in and squeeze. It really works. My peas I get out of the garden, they never make it to the house because I usually eat them. String beans, all the strings can be easily removed if they are put into boiling water for 5 minutes after washing. Tips on cooking beets. They will keep their color better if you leave a couple inches of the stem on them while they're being boiled. How to cook energy vegetables that grow. If a grow beneath the ground, root vegetables, then wash in cold water and start them cooking in cold water and cover pot with lid. If the vegetable grows above the ground, which is green vegetables, it grows in hot sun uncovered. Therefore, start in boiling water and use no lid. Sugar added to water to crisp carrots works wonders. I'm going to have to do a video on some of these and see if they work. That I think that might be a good idea. Have like a little tips, do all this, and there is garden tips in here and all flowers, and I might read those too and join. On those there's sewing hints. So this is a good book. I think I'm gonna start doing little videos of that. I'm not for sure. Either that, do just read the lives, and I don't know. We'll see. So I am done with my 15 minutes. It's been over 16 minutes, and I've been talking to myself. But thank you for the one person that was in and out of here. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you to all my new subs, and thank for those that will be watching this at a later date or running whatever. So keep making things from scratch, and God bless.